Welcome to your daily dose of hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I'm glad you're here. Once a month, I meet with some other women business owners here in Columbus. We meet in person, and it's a place where we can all show up and be honest about what's going on in our businesses and life in general. Our conversations range from brainstorming new ideas and updating strategies to sharing wins or disappointments. We don't really have an agenda other than to be supportive. And our last get together, one of our members was comparing a situation that's going on today with a situation from a couple of years ago. What happened then was difficult and hard to manage. And what's going on today isn't really the same, but it feels like it could be the same. And she said it was like dragging a bucket of doom from the past into the present. Now, that term bucket of doom kind of cracked us all up, but it's also feels kind of legit, right? We've all done this. We carry fears and anger and past disappointments with us when we don't have to. We drag them around like they're somehow going to help us or make things better when what they actually do is keep us from moving forward. All of this got me thinking, what if we carried a bucket of hope with us instead? What if we depended on that when we were frustrated or run into an obstacle or just find ourselves having a less than inspired moment? Now, I'm not talking about painting a happy face on challenges that need focus or a little bit of attention, but some days just go off the rails when we see an unkind post on social media, or when we're on day 9, for example, of gray skies and rain, or it's freezing and we haven't been able to get out and do things for a while. Look, that's when dipping into our bucket of hope could be helpful. So, of course, I thought about a few things that might be in my bucket of hope, and I'll share those with you. You might like some of these too. Maybe you'll have some different ones as well. The first thing I'm going to put is assuming positive intent. This is something that has really helped me, keeps me from assuming the worst or jumping to conclusions when I don't really know what somebody means or what their intention is. I think this can really be helpful, especially when we're kind of interpreting something we've seen online or via an email. We don't always have all the context. The other thing, or second thing I should say, I would bring empathy for others. We know that everyone's got their own stuff. Everyone's dealing with their own struggles, and we don't always have to know everything about that to just be willing to listen or at least acknowledge their feelings. Compassion would also be in the bucket. And compassion for others, certainly, but even for ourselves. Being kind to ourselves is definitely going to help us manage any situation better than beating ourselves up for some perceived error or misstep. Patience, again, this applies to others as well as to myself. Sometimes taking a beat before responding or jumping into action can make a world of difference. Just a moment, right, to really think about how we want to show up. I'd also love to take a smile and a sense of humor because laughter is contagious and I love to laugh. Curiosity, so I never miss the chance to experience or learn something new. Mindfulness and the willingness to be in the moment. I know I'm often focused on my next task or the next meeting or the next project I want to get done. And sometimes, I miss the gift of today, right now, this minute. Lastly, I'll throw in things like kindness and love and joy and forgiveness. I know this bucket's going to be huge, right? I know I've overused this analogy a little bit, but hopefully it's helped you think about what you might carry with you from day to day. Maybe create your own version of the bucket of hope. Now, just for fun, I did have AI create an image. I just told AI create a bucket of doom image, and I shared it with the group. It cracked us up. So I also went and said, okay, now create me a bucket of hope as well. So if you want to check those out, it's the image for this particular episode. So I hope you'll take a look and see what you think and put together your own bucket of hope.